Hello, welcome back. Last time I did half of a room for strawberry access, and now I get to do the other half of it. This level has kind of been going on for a while. Will I finish today? I would not count on it, but maybe. Alright, so let's just jump in and see if I remember what to do here. Seems like I do. But then there's something afterwards. Let's review the... What happens after that? Yeah, my explosion was bad, I'm aware. So I have to do the wave dash bunny hop thing. But once I get there, instead of just taking that and stalling down here, I go straight up with it, push that fish out of the way, take the rightward explosion off of the one that's coming toward me. Then what's with this? Do you get pushed somewhere useful? Yeah, I can see how far down that goes. So spring, 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 spring. What's with all this silliness? Okay, you get carefully positioned, go to the right. Are you seriously claiming that that springboard is somehow going to push you downward into this? Maybe not. Maybe I bop you down with my feet. And that, no. So if I were to guess what the output of this whole mechanism down here is, I would say the fish gets stuck in the corner just like in the middle of these spikes. Let's assume that's wrong, and instead it's just going to spring back and forth on these, slowly go to speed 0 right. So a spring, unlike me, a spring on a fish does not impart upward momentum. So it'll normalize its horizontal position, then go directly to the right, and will end up like with its bottom touching the top of that dotted orange line there. Which means I can't go down this shaft, which I'm clearly supposed to go down, in order to hit that touch switch. So you want me to do something mysterious. Maybe I'm racing. Maybe I'm racing. Let's assume I'm racing. So I get there quicker. I go down before the fish arrives. Dash left, dash right, right, up, up. Up left, maybe? Into the explosion? Wait, but what's this? I don't know what's happening there, but let's see what the fish does in that area. That didn't work. Okay, that didn't work. Timing. Gotta be earlier. Even that was almost too late. And here, you're doing that. Oh, things fall, and that affects where you go. Okay, so that's why that is the way that it is, of course. I did notice that those looked like they fell, but I didn't think about the fact that a fish springing on them would make them fall. If that didn't, then the falling property would be irrelevant, because I'm not going in there, so that just makes sense. So what, do I want the little explosion there? I got the big one. I'll try the little one and see if that helps. Because yeah, the arc does not look explosion friendly. It seems like an explosion is somehow just like not even what I want there. And also, like, after I ring that touch switch, the... Oh, maybe the thing I'll be clinging onto actually goes to the right. I was just thinking of it, like, disappearing or something. I'll, like, ride it way over to the right, and that's how I cross that gap. That makes a lot more sense. Still having trouble with that little bunny hop there. It's like the wave dash preceding it. Yeah, well, I didn't hit the thing. Gotta go higher. At least my reflexes from the previous attempt at this have stuck around, so I remember how to do this part of the room. Yeah, so, like, remember, every time that I've had to replay a level... I guess you don't see much of this, because I usually just skip it. But every time I've had to replay a section of level that I've solved before, it's, like, 5 times easier than what I had seen previously. So assuming that that thing would take me to a safe place where I don't need a dash to continue surviving, then that's a solution. Okay. Just do it again, but better. The wall shape doesn't line up with the shape of my jump arc in that area, and that's always kind of uncomfortable. Okay. You were nice to me. Thank you. Alright, room done. Now. So. That looks like one of those... Hold on. If I press both buttons at the same time... Okay, not that. If I press... No, if I hold jump and then press dash, and also hold right at the same time, maybe? Is that what I want? Hold on. I need to understand what move you want there. That might work? Hold jump. Do this. Right, hold right. Hold jump, hold right, dash. Or is there something else that's requested here? Like that's a little too low for a wall jump bounce. How far to right can I go? That much farther. Okay, so it is possible. So I can get up on top of that fish. Alright, let's look at the rest of the room now. Or do you instead want something like that? Looks much better. Okay, that's just... No, like do so this is a fish bunny. Got it. Alright, so fish bunny hop is a move that I can do. You're gonna bounce all around and end up there. Hourglass messes with this, I guess. I think I'm not exploding that yet. First I want to make this rotation, probably? Okay. So those are both the same target. I find these touch switch symbols not distinct enough, and also they don't quite match. Like, that's clearly an hourglass shape. The top width is the same as the bottom width, but here it's not. Here the top is wider than the bottom, and the top is less angular than it is here. No, those symbols just do not match. But I have to assume that they mechanically do, even though they visually don't. Let's verify that, because visually those do not match. Okay, but mechanically they do. Alright, so the hourglass matches to the spark plug. Even though they don't look the same, they are the same. Okay. So then, this also isn't the same. It's squarer on the top in switch form than it is in door form. So the squared off map position marker matches with the diamond with the thing on top. I mean, I have to assume, because there's nothing else around here. Alright, so fish is gonna... It looks like I don't want to explode the fish? Yeah, it looks like it wants me not to explode the fish, because there are more springboards for it to interact with. So I have to assume that's the desired outcome. Do I need to bop you down before I start doing these things? Where am I going? So fish is supposed to end up here. Whenever I somehow traverse through here, I'll have a dash, I'll explode, I'll get a fish bowl. I guess I'll explode in the other direction. Neutral jumps are disabled in this level, I think, so... That's just a dash up and a wall jump and grab another fish bowl and throw it over there. That looks like an upward path for a strawberry. Because why else would that be a clean wall up there? Okay, so go up for a strawberry there, probably. And then there's a whole bunch of other stuff, but then my path ends at the upward for a strawberry part of that. I'm trying to see if I can detect a return path here. Like, there could just be a one-way downward above me, but I can't see one. Okay, so fish bunny. That's not what I wanted, although that does... But it's not what I wanted. That's not what I want. Hang on, what do I want? What do I want there, actually? It might be that? Or something resembling that? Okay, where's the fish right now? I think it was where it needed to be. I think that's roughly what I do, just without dropping the... Ooh, that doesn't feel good, but I did it. I was supposed to not use my dash so early, so I have a dash when I arrive there. Okay, whatever I did there worked. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. And it's easier than it looks. Okay, oops. Like that, just the tiny amount of speed I get off of that, well, no speed I get off of that, just makes it not feel too great. I did not use my dash the right way there. But okay, so that part's not too hard to do. Again, just easier than it looks. Just accept the bad feeling, slow speed. I'll get where I need to go anyway. Despite the no speed. Whoa. It's just, that's another case of where the wall shape does not line up with what I do, so it makes me feel like I'm doing the wrong thing. My head goes very much into those spikes. Oops, I forgot to grab. I wonder if there is some other way of doing that that lines up a bit more with... What if I... Yeah, okay, so if I, instead of dashing down right, I just dash straight to the right from a bit lower. So like a fish super instead of a fish hyper, with fish wave dash. Except I calibrated for the fish wave dash, so that's what I'm more comfortable doing, apparently. Oops. There was that thing again. I made the input, but I released it by the time the dash actually went off. And again, that's the wrong way, but it does also work. Yeah, see, that's the problem with the fish super. Like, it's hard to be confident that I'm low enough. I can go surprisingly low without exploding it. I keep expecting to get an explosion from the left side, but it hasn't happened yet. No, that's the wrong way. These button presses are a little hard to pull off. Uh-huh. With the right timing and everything. There we go. Like that. Okay, mostly. Most of that was correct. So once I land there, I need to take a detour. See, there I exploded it, but I think I actually managed to go down left somehow. Or down right, rather. Okay. Okay, no, I'm just not getting the big boost off of that. It's a precise enough input that having to do 2 in a row is, well, has the results you see here. Whoa. Okay. No, 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 no. Unacceptable. That's not where I'm going. Okay, well, there's pink stuff up there. What does that mean? Oh, I did need to wall bounce and get that somehow and go higher? Okay. The unpreviewable part of the level. Just gotta sight read it. Oh, this feels so cool to pull off. It's, again, it's easier than it looks. Oh boy, that didn't feel good. None of that did. Why am I here? There is... Oh, here we go. Rue. Rue? What do you mean, Rue? Glyph. What is happening? So I've heard of Glyph, that's another custom map, and is this expecting me to have knowledge from having played that? Did I find something that's, like, not a strawberry secret, but one of these, like, different sort of secrets that, like, is not for people like me? Rue. Okay, so that's my return trip. Rue, to the right. That didn't work. I don't think... Okay. What? So I see that there's a tiny little bit of land there. Are you suggesting that I can hyper bunny hop from here, or is this a super? That's a super. That's an air super, except it wasn't. Oh boy, what have I gotten myself into? Somewhere I clearly shouldn't be. And yet, here I am, doing this. This is silly, but I think it's doable by even me, maybe. Okay, so I'm supposed to super on that, are you sure? Yo, that's totally a wave dash, isn't it? Probably. No preview here. This is not a preview sort of place. This is a lot more elaborate than the other super secret secrets of its type. That's what I feel like I'm experiencing. So now, hold on. I need to... I guess it's fine to have to graze close to the floor for the super, but I don't know, I feel like I need to be lower than I can be in order to super there. Sure. Because yeah, that's another one of those, like, cut-in-half timing windows, like what I was complaining about in that other spot. On the way to the strawberry. Like, I have to be close. I can't dip down, like, well, okay, all of that is too far. I have to be just to the perfect height for supering on that floor, like that. So that sort of height, okay. Judging that is hard. Are Madeline's feet always in the same spot in the air? I'm not even sure if they are. Like, doesn't she, like, pull them up a little bit when she's in, like, dangling in midair? I did it. Okay, so I did it once. Do whatever you did there again. Just somehow... Right, and the timing's different because I'm coming off of a down right dash there. So I want that down right as early as I can get it. Like there. But that doesn't even help. There is no early enough for to ease that timing at all. So I guess I really don't want to start moving right until I start my dash there, because the spawn location lines me up perfectly as it is. Tiny timing window. Tiny timing window. Okay, so don't make a right input until you've dashed. But I'm just not getting my follow-up dash. Oh, what? So all the times I'm not getting my hair back there, I think are when I'm buffering the jump input, so I want to let myself land for a little bit. Be sure my feet get firmly on the ground, then... Man, why can't I do the follow-up dash quick enough? I guess I just expect a higher jump arc somehow? Again, the wall shape just doesn't line up with what I'm doing, and it throws me off. Okay, I did it. I'm here now, so I need another down right. How long do you suppose this is? Could that be close to the end, or is it some gigantic gauntlet beyond that, I wonder? I worry that it might be that one. Okay, I have to drop a little bit more. Gotta line myself up. Really? No, I gotta line myself up more. Gotta drop before you dash. At least I'm getting a lot more consistent at that part. I'm trying some different inputs at the start here, and they're not helping me. There's that thing again. I input the direction, but the direction changed by the time it went off. I'm telling you, that's what all of my mistaken dash directions are. Every single one. Probably not every single one, but most of them. That was the same thing again. Wait. Okay, I waited just a little too long. Wait. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, so it just keeps going. It just keeps on going. No end in sight. I know I have the option to abandon this, but I don't want to. I've seen it, and now I want to complete it. Yeah, I do need to do the down right dash. It can be done without it. I did it the previous attempt, but I shouldn't. I don't need to, and that's harder for no good reason. Okay, no, I do need to go. I'm just not reacting quick enough after I grab that crystal to veer to the right. Okay. Gaining consistency, like I can feel it. I am honing in on this. Nope, yeah, okay. That's the part I haven't seen very many times. No. Just judging my height is so hard. Like, what reference point do I use? I don't think... Yeah, so Madeline's feet totally move up and down. So I just don't have a consistent visual, like, a horizontal line I can line up between the ground and where I count as being. So I have to just kind of do it by feel of where Madeline's center is. And sometimes I'm just a little off. Ooh. So I can go low enough for that. Alright, that's more forgiving than I was giving it credit for, if it's possible to fail in that way. Then the spikes below are indeed immaterial. Ah, I tried to, but I just was not in time. Okay, react in time. I did. Is that not a reverse wave dash? Did I just do it bad? Like, my trajectory was wrong. I think I was too far right. Like, reverse wave dash is the... there are no wave dashes anywhere in here. That's probably a reverse super. Okay. Like, yeah, if a wave dash did that, and this is clearly the super room... Does Ru mean super in glyph language, I wonder? Maybe. Well, I tried. Didn't work, but I tried. Trying to do the right thing is a good step toward doing the right thing. It's not the whole thing, though. Yes? Okay, so that is the correct technique. I just have to nail another one of those, like, straight-up dash spike hurdle things. That's fine, I can do those. Oh, I didn't get my dash there. That has happened several times at the first one, but rarely at the second. In fact, never before there. But yeah, first one, that's common. Is it a buffering thing? I don't know. But yeah, I got the feel for this, so I know what I'm doing there. Ah! I should probably do that from a little farther right then, if that's what went wrong. Nope. There. Okay, I've now enumerated all the problems I can have at the start. It's not what I planned to do, but it's what I have done. Next time I'm there, let me pause and, like, look at the situation. because I'd like to see what I'm up against after the part that I know. Problem is, pausing kinda just burns an attempt, because transitioning out of the pause and into the rhythm again is far from free. It can happen, but it is far less likely than just continuing without a pause. Okay, but from here I think I can do it. But I've seen all this already. Like, I know what's here. I can't pause when I'm dying. If I could just pause while I'm dying, it would help. But I can't. I think I can just, like, do that on reflex if I get there. Like, just the little bit I've seen of what is there looks very doable. I just can't take the time to fully parse it. Just, but my instincts say that looks reasonable. For the definition of reasonable that would apply to the rest of this room, if you can do such a thing. So during this freefall, I need to turn left, fall pretty much straight down where I am now. Nail that reverse air super, get the height right. Dash straight up, get over the hurdle. Dash straight up, get over the hurdle. Do a super to the right on that, presumably. Yeah, I see the height of the spike barrier afterward. That's clearly a super. Then I'll have 2 dashes. See, the problem is I'm always going too high there, so air lower on that reverse super. Okay, reasonable. There's this weird effect where I feel like I have a lot more patience for this kind of room than the one that preceded it, just because, like, it's straightforward, it communicates clearly, like, I know what I'm doing here, there's no ambiguity. Relatively little ambiguity. And maybe more than that, it's a small number of actions, just gotta chain them together. Execute perfectly. But it always feels within reach, and I can feel continual improvement in consistency as I go through here. Oh, that was new. It was the dash direction thing again. Same cause as ever. Do you suppose the part that I've reached here is even the halfway point? There is a vibe to this room telling me that this is an unreasonable extra challenge that doesn't need to be done to finish the level. I know I'm in an optional spot here. Like, I had to spot an out-of-the-way thing to come here. And I don't think this is even for a strawberry. There have been strawberry signs on all of the strawberry secrets, but there wasn't one for this. That's my tell. Also, just that it's more unreasonable than a strawberry room would be. But it's here, and I've found it, so I must do it. That's not true. It's here and I found it, so I want to do it. Yes? Ah, okay, a little later on that. Later than I expect. I think this is a new record? Like, this is kind of a microcosm of the whole level. It just kind of keeps on going, and there's no real cap on how ridiculous it gets, it seems. How many parts was the Tower 16? 6, I think? Is this not already part 6 of this level? This might be 5. I've lost track. Maybe it's only 4. I don't even know. That was from the wrong place, I could tell. This is fun, though. Just, like, the basic actions of this room are very satisfying to do. Hey! Always too early. Okay, I saw there was another crystal in view, but I can't pause while I'm dead, so I don't get a chance to actually look at it. Just get a brief little glimpse out of the corner of my eye before I'm back here down this roller coaster again. Late. Ah, if only I could pause while I'm dead. So I see what I have to... Okay, I was able to parse that. There's a tall spike column. I'm using both of the dashes I get from the crystal after the super I'm doing in order to ascend a tall column. But otherwise it's basically the same thing as the hurdles I have been doing. No, I didn't... What didn't I do? I think I was on the ground, I just must not have jumped early enough. I guess this is kind of comparable to, like, Summit Seaside, the last room of that. Wasn't that very similar to this? And that was a good time, I have good memories of it, so this just vibes right with me. It's just, I might be here for a while, that's the thing. I have not seen the end yet, so I have no way of knowing where it is. At some point, I will have to give up due to fatigue, but, like, it's physical fatigue only. That's not true at all, but it's not the fatigue that feels like non-physical fatigue. It's the kind that I just have to admit, like, okay, my body is not doing what I'm telling it to do anymore, or I'm not quick enough to tell my body what to do anymore. Maybe some of both, but I'm not there yet. My shoulders are getting this weird little, like, muscle tiredness feeling in them. Shoulders, huh? I mean, tendons go all the way up there, the ones I use to press the buttons and stuff. Yeah, shoulders, in particular, are feeling very, very used right now. Can I sit differently? Like, use the armrests on my chair, maybe? Yeah, but that's throwing off my playing now. Well, get used to it. It'll be healthier. In another case of things not lining up, that crystal is too far left. What? Okay, I'm here. Okay, I'm here. Okay, I'm doing things. Okay, this is new. I'm not going this way, but hey, that's the end. Okay, that's the end. Alright, so let's parse what's happening. So I do want to go all the way down. Dash right, dash upright at such a time that I can reach that. Down right, and that's it. Okay, this isn't so bad. It's just that much. Okay, this is not so bad. Huh? 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 Oh, okay, so that last one is right word, not down right. Got it. Huh? 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 Oh, later. Almost. Whoa, that counted? If you say so. Okay. Okay. Aww. Yes. Okay. Ah, later. It has to be later. Almost there. Okay. Later. Oh, but that was just the wrong spot. Yes? Yes? Okay, I found an input that makes that super go better. Yay! I did it! Okay, so I realized something in the middle of that room. I don't hate air supers anymore. They're fine. I can actually do them. I found a green flag, and what is that on the right? It's like pixel art that's not quite scaled right. Rupert Celeste. Okay. Okay. What? Okay. What's happening? Now what? What? What's going on here? How do I escape? Do I just have to die and go back? Okay. Well. I guess so. Alright. It's hard to tell what I experienced here. But you know what? It was a good experience overall. Alright, so once again, I did half of this room, and I'm gonna have another half to come back to at some point. But I'll have that muscle memory. I'll parse the other half of this, and then... Is the level gonna end? There's no way to tell. Alright, I'll see you next time to do the second half of this room.